Alright, that's enough techno music. What is going down, folks? It's Mess. You've been watching me dance here like an idiot for the past few minutes. I've just been waiting for these players to get in the server because I didn't want to start too soon, because then I'd be talking to myself for several minutes before actually getting to the match action. So what are we here for tonight? We are here for the TWL 5v5 at Domination League. They just started this up. I believe they've already had some preseason matches, and this is going to be the first round, and it's going to be a best of 3 rounds on one map, and this map this week is Operation Lockers. And the good people at TWL have supplied me with their match of the week, and it's going to be the Crazy Calm TCC against one of Team Crimson's squads. And they have 2. They actually just got finished with a 10v10 matchup, which I believe they won in handed fashion, like quite easily. So congratulations to them on that one. They're doing simultaneous 5s matches on the TWL ladders now. So before we get into the action and into the server, let's talk a little bit about the teams. So I'm pretty familiar with Team Crimson. I've played with them and against them in Battlefield 3. They've been pretty active in the Battlefield 4 scene, especially on the larger fronts like the 10s and the 8s and that type of thing. But they also have a couple of dedicated 5s teams. Not world beaters, but definitely solid teams who have a lot of experience. I think they make up for perhaps a lack of gun power with solid strats and good teamwork. Now, the Crazy Calm, on the other hand, I really don't know a lot about these guys, but I was actually supplied some information by the guys at TWL, and apparently they're a pretty accomplished Call of Duty team, and they're kind of trying to make the bridge over into Battlefield 4. They actually were search and destroy champions in both Black Ops 1 and I think Black Ops 2 on the TWL League. So, you know, these guys, in order to do that, I realize it's COD, and a lot of people who are watching will probably scoff at that, but, you know, they have some FPS experience, so they're probably just trying to translate it into the Battlefield front. So again, this is the Battlefield 4 5v5 Domination League on the TWL ladder. You can see on the screen there, I've got a lot of information about TWL and where you can find out more information about this league. They do have a season going on, which you can't sign up for now. It's underway, so it's basically locked out for the teams that are in there. But they do have a ladder for multiple different types of Battlefield. They have a 5v5 Domination ladder. They have a Diffuse ladder. They have a 10v10 Conquest ladder, both in infantry only and vehicles formats. So there's a lot of options, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, over at the TWL website. So if you're interested in getting into Battlefield, certainly go check it out. Now, that's one of the another things I want to touch on for TWL is it's a great starting point, as there's a lot of kind of diverse skill levels on the ladders, both in Domination and Diffuse. So if you're worried about, you know, having to go up against the best, that's not likely once you first join the ladders. You know, you'll have to go through some teams that are just like you, kind of starting out, trying to learn the game, maybe not quite as experienced. So, you know, if you're kind of afraid of testing the waters, certainly TWL is a good place to start. Now we are just waiting for the 5th players for both teams. I am in the server, and I think we'll switch over to the live feed now. You've looked at my face long enough. So we'll go over to the match live stream. And it's not showing up. Where is the game? Let me make that. Let me fix that for you guys. Get the game capture going on. There we go. There she blows. So yes, it will be on Operation Lockers, and this is a map that I really like in the Domination front. It favors lanes and being frag heavy, but at the same time, it's not a linear map. It's a bit of a triangle, as you can see with the flag positions. Pretty much on this map, the typical stronghold that you'll see is AC, as B is kind of a difficult flag to hold, as there are multiple angles to approach it, as well as the annoying back B spawns in this area where my mouse is showing now. But that's not to say that you can't hold B. You know, typically teams will, you know, pick this up on the back B spawns and then try to make a move towards perhaps a C or an A push. And you can actually sometimes employ an Alpha Bravo hold and force the other team to the outside of the map, because it's very difficult to come from the outside to the inside due to the visibility penalty, I guess is what you could call it. I mean, because when you make that transition from the brightness of the outside to the dark inside, there's a slight delay before you can clearly see everything. So obviously a person in a good position on the inside will get the drop on you. So let's take a little bit of a look at the lineups that we've got going on. For Team Crimson, we've got Blackzilla, 9 Everything, Han Solo 9, Freak, and Philzabot. Now, I'm definitely familiar with Blackzilla and Freak. I've played against them frequently in both Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, so I know they are veterans. I believe Blackzilla is actually the captain of the team, so he kind of runs the show, so to speak. Not too familiar with 9, Hans, or the player who just left, and his name escapes me. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys work together, because Domination is an extremely team-oriented game. Now, a lot of people call it deathmatch with flags, and to a certain extent that is correct. You know, you really do need some fragging ability to perform well against the better teams in this game mode. But I have seen several times where teams win the day just off better positioning and better teamwork, maybe getting the frags that matter more and not necessarily racking up a large amount of frags. So TCC, on the other hand, a team I'm not all that familiar with. For them, we've got Amadeus, Tent, TMF Great. Let's call him Great from here on out. Hopefully he performs great, lives up to his name. We've got Rates and Red Rum, and we're waiting on the 5th for TCC as well. So hopefully these guys will get in the server and get going soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you who don't know me, I am Mess, and I do a lot of shoutcasting for Battlefield 4. I'm an official caster for CEVO. You may have seen me cast on the Play CEVO 2 channel with RedFX. I've done some level BF tournaments, done some CGL early on in Battlefield 4, some diffuse games, so just really trying to showcase some competitive Battlefield 4 for people who participate and people who don't participate might want to, kind of get a glimpse of what's it like. Is it for me? Maybe it's not, And if it's not for you, hey, that's fine, but those of us who do enjoy competition, especially on the multiplayer FPS front, we have been trying to make a go of Battlefield 4, although I have to admit there have been some issues with the game, certainly some blemishes, netcode being one of them. That's kind of that word that's thrown around a lot of clipping on some of the maps, a lot of things that DICE really needs to work on, but I see a lot of potential with this game. Especially on the larger front. The TENS games with the vehicles are extremely entertaining to watch. But again, just some kinks that they really need to work out with this game before it can truly be considered a decent competitive game. I mean, obviously all that's required to be competitive is that you have two teams showing up to play each other competitively. I mean, that's the definition of competition. It's just that it's a bit frustrating with some of the randomness that's involved, because you want competitive games to be decided by skill, by the teamwork, the truly better team. And some teams get frustrated when they feel like that's not necessarily what's happening, because hey, my hits aren't registering, or I'm dying behind a corner, or any of the randomness that we've all probably encountered in our many hours playing this game. But it's still a fun game. I certainly have. I wouldn't be playing it, I wouldn't be casting it if I didn't ever have fun with it. But I see a lot of potential, and I see some of it squandered. So hopefully DICE can work things out and get things fixed. And I'm not sure if maybe they're going to go 4v4 or what. There's still only 4 players on each team in the server. And they're not spawning in, so I'm taking that this is not live. And see, this is why I didn't start right off the bat, because I didn't really know when this game was going to get underway, and of course I don't have a co-caster tonight, so I'm going to have to do all the babbling myself, and eventually it gets a little trying talking to yourself for so long. So you like to give yourself a little bit of a buffer to start things off. But yeah, it still looks like we're waiting on the 5ths for each team to get in the server. So while we're waiting, well, what can I tell you about? Well, I can tell you about myself. If you are interested in watching future Battlefield forecasts, like I said, I work with a lot of different leagues to cast their content. Won't be in CEVO, but if you ever want to watch a competitive cast on this channel or any other, I'll let you know on Twitter. So you can follow me at MessBF. That's M3SSBF. You can also find me. Oh, hold on. I gotta lower this. There we go. Now you can see. See at the top right, you can see. Mess to Impress is my YouTube and Twitch channel. It's a bit of a weird name. I don't know why I chose it. I wish I could go back and do it all over, but I can't. So that is it. You can see it up in the top right. Of course, on Twitter, MessBF, M3SSBF. And again, this is the TWL 5v5 Domination League. It's going to be a matchup between Team Crimson and TCC. That's the Crazy Calm. So once they get everybody in the server, we'll get this game underway. And let me actually read to you. This is kind of funny. This was sent to me by the TWL admin who kind of set this cast up and wanted me to do it. This is Team Crimson's team bio for this lineup. I'm just going to read it to you, and that's it. The Koala Warriors are on a mission to change the way of competitive gaming. We will rise to the top and poop on everybody, and our poop will be handled like gold. Because what we ate to get here is the purest form of glory there is. We are not here to be like you or to be tested by you, but more to show a side worth fighting for. Join us and become a legend, or fight us and wither with time. When the dust settles, our flags will hold true and yours will be a memory of no one. Team Crimson. Quite a bold team description there. I thought that was a little entertaining, so I figured I'd read it to you guys. You know, these guys actually have been in Battlefield for quite some time. Of course, they played in Battlefield 3, as I said earlier. I think they played in 2142 and perhaps BF2 as well. So, an experienced team. And again, TCC is a team coming from Call of Duty. They were, I believe, Season 1 and Season 2 Search and Destroy champions on TWL for Black Ops. I think Black Ops 2, they were also champions in the Search and Destroy category for TWL. So these guys are, they're good. They know competitive FPS, you know, maybe Call of Duty, but Battlefield 4 is not too hard of a transition. It's not like they're trying to go from Call of Duty to, you know, CSGO or something, which is a bit tougher of a transition. So I'd like to think that these guys can probably put up a fight, particularly in the frag department, against a more experienced Team Crimson. But as far as predictions, I think I'm going to go with Team Crimson in this one. Again, they do have the experience. It might be a close game, but I think they're going to take it. And again, the format in TWL, it's a best of 3 rounds on one map. And the map obviously is Operation Lockers, so it's going to be a best of 3 rounds on this. So it's not an aggregate ticket like we've seen in other leagues, like CEVO, where it's basically you just play 2 rounds and the overall ticket count for the 2 rounds decides the match. In this case, it's all about wins. You win a round, you win that round. It doesn't matter what the tickets are. If it's 1 ticket, if it's 100 tickets, the next round is its own round. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out here in the matches for TWL. And another thing to talk about for TWL is the rule differences. Now, for those of you that might be familiar with CEVO, they have some perhaps maybe controversial rules, at least in the eyes of the community. Certain things like minis being allowed, rooftops being allowed, DLC weapons, all that kind of stuff is not something that was adopted by ESL, which is the Eurofront. They were kind of ahead of the NA community. So a lot of people kind of were disappointed in that. Well, TWL, on the other hand, they have banned the minis. But they do allow impacts, so I don't know, it's kind of a trade-off there. They do ban incendiaries and flashbang nades. No DLC weapons are allowed, so that's no MTAR or L85, which are 2 pretty beast weapons that a lot of people employ, especially in comp and CEVO, because in certain situations they are pretty powerful, perhaps overpowered OP weapons that a lot of people would say. Another interesting thing about TWL, rockets are banned. So no RPGs, no laws, smalls, javelins, shraws, any of the AWs. None of that stuff is illegal. So you won't be seeing many buildings being blown open. Of course, C4 is also illegal. 2 more notable changes that actually goes against, I think, both ESL and CEVO is 3D spotting is off. Health regen is off. And I don't know if health regen is I don't know if health regen is a big difference, but I believe that 3D spotting does make a difference. I mean, obviously, that little Dorito, being able to use that is huge. So that's a bit of a difference for the TWL rules, and certainly an adjustment that teams have to be aware of when they're playing under this format. So again, this is the TCC versus Team Crimson matchup. We're just waiting on the players to get in the server. Why you guys got to be so late? You freaking competitive gamers. I'm getting some PMs, so I'm going to go check out and see what's going on with those. Perhaps it's one of the teams trying to alert me of something. Looks like it's Blackzilla, captain of Team Crimson, telling me they were waiting on the 5th of TCC to update. Yes, I guess it was probably that 1.2 gigabyte patch, and if maybe he has a slow download, it was taking him a while, but looks like they did get their 5th in, so hopefully Team Crimson will be getting theirs in shortly as well, and we'll get this match underway. So thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for being patient. Certainly appreciate you guys tuning in. Once again, I am Mess. I'm here to bring you all of the Battlefield 4 competitive action that I can, and maybe a little bit of scrubby pubbing and scrims from my perspective from time to time. If you enjoy this kind of content, and of course I will be doing, pub streams occasionally as well, please follow the channel. Just click that little follow button on the bottom left. I would appreciate that. If you're interested in getting instantaneous updates for future competitive matches that I'll be streaming, you can certainly follow me on Twitter as well, M3SSBF. That's @MessBF. Of course, you can also check out my YouTube page where I've got a lot of previous matches that I've cast. I've got some montages, some blooper videos, and some commentary and stuff like that you might appreciate as well. That's Master Press. If you look at the top right, you can find the name of that to go check it out. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Been talking for a while now before we've seen any actual gameplay. But you know what? I'm feeling a little bit generous. You guys have been patient. Well, I don't know if I can get it started. Can I? You know what? Maybe I can. Let's see if we could do this. I'm gonna try to do a giveaway for you guys. I've got several Steam games that basically been hoarding for a while, been meaning to give away, just never really done it. Let me see if I can get this going. So there's all you lovely people here in the channel. If you want to be eligible for the giveaway, first you got to follow my channel, of course. Let me bring up the games that I actually got. It's pretty decent stuff. Got BF4, Bioshock, Bioshock 2, Bioshock Infinite. This game is great. Borderlands, Borderlands 2, Skyrim, Max Payne 3, Outlast, Sleeping Dogs, The Walking Dead bundle. This is a fantastic game. I really recommend The Walking Dead if you haven't played it. And of course I got a couple of copies of Torchlight. It's a decent game, but after all the D3 that I played, I wasn't really feeling it. But let's do a quick giveaway. So let's see. We will make, what will we make the word? Keyword. We will make it TWL. So if you want to be eligible for the giveaway, obviously you need to follow the channel, click the follow button, and then type in TWL in chat. And there's only 23 of you guys in here, so that basically makes your odds really freaking sweet. Let's go to the desktop so you guys can actually see the giveaway. There you go. So type in TWL in the chat, and you will be eligible for the games that I just showed you. And we'll do a quick roll, and whoever wins, you get to pick one of those games off the list, and I'll send it to you after this game. Again, I'm just kind of waiting for this match to start, so I'm trying to squeeze this in real quick, as we are waiting on Crimson to get their 5th in the server. I know there's a bit of delay on the stream, so it's probably taking you guys a little bit of time to see this. I'm watching on my laptop to the left, and actually I set a not too big of a delay, but it seems like it's propagated itself and actually gotten a little longer than I intended. So it's kind of hard to do these giveaways with this big of a delay. But again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully we're going to get this match underway shortly, and we'll have ourselves a good one. Again, it's TWL 5v5 Domination League. Battlefield 4. It's going to be on Operation Lockers between Team Crimson and the Crazy Calm TCC. It's looks like they are restarting, so hopefully you guys can get in on the giveaway real quick before I have to cut to the stream. Type in TWL, folks. Type in TWL so I can roll the dice. Actually, it looks like the map is switching to Zavod, so we do have some time. It's supposed to be Lockers, definitely not Zavod. Again, type in TWL in the chat if you're interested in winning a free game. Free game on Steam. I'll send it to you. Just sitting there doing nothing for me, so hopefully one of you guys will want to play them. You'll get your pick. All right, type it in again, guys. Sorry, there we go. There we go. Now you guys are getting in. Type it, type it, type it. So again, we are still waiting on them to get to the right map. It's still on Zavod. Don't know what they're thinking. And again, I apologize, guys. The delay that I put in order to prevent stream sniping for a competitive game kind of messes up with this whole giveaway process. Obviously, everything I say is delayed by, looks like it's almost a minute or two now, perhaps 2 minutes. So hopefully we can make this thing work as we are waiting for the first map to start. But I really thank you guys for being patient and tuning in. I'm trying to thank you with a free game. So I'm just going to wait a few more seconds, maybe about another minute, and then I'll actually go ahead and do the giveaway. And looks, we only got 8 people signed up, so man, your odds are really good at winning a free game right now. Remember, you got to be following the channel. If you're not following and you win, I'm going to re-roll and give it to one of the other 7 people who are signed up. Looks like they are switching. Oh, and it's going back to Zavod. Come on, guys. Come on, TCC. Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. Apparently, they're having some issues with Archon, so, no biggie. That's why we're doing a giveaway. Killing some time while you guys are hanging out with us. All right, we got 11 people. That's double digits. 12 people. Going once, going twice. I think I'm going to call it. We're going to roll it with 12 people. Man, 1 in 12 chance of winning a free game. That's pretty sweet. Boom. And it's Eclipse. Eclipse. You are in the list, Wang Sangs. You are in the list. But you didn't win this time, so Eclipse 3315. Just send me a message, man, and you can pick your game that you want. Congratulations to you, Eclipse, and stay tuned to everyone else who didn't win. I will do another one probably in between rounds or maybe at the end of the match whenever I can squeeze one in. It looks like they're still... now they're switching it to Hey Dan. They can't seem to get it onto Lockers right now. But Eclipse, send me a private message. Send me a private message on TWL, or excuse me, on Twitch. Let me know you're here, buddy. All right, Eclipse, still waiting on you to PM me, and we're still waiting on them to get the server right. But meanwhile, take a look at this games list, and you can figure out which one you want. You can have your pick of the litter. All kinds of games on there, and I can set up the transaction later on in the game. I'm getting some PMs to see what's going on. It looks like they're switching servers, so Let's do that. I'm gonna switch servers. And Eclipse, I'm still waiting on a message from you, bud. Are you here? Let me see if I can find him. I'll message him. Where's the message button? There, message. I'm an idiot. Eclipse, I really don't want to have to re-roll, man, but don't give out the password, fellas. There's Eclipse. There he is. Alright, so which one you want so I can take it off the list? You got Battlefield 2, Bioshock, Bioshock 2, Bioshock Infinite, Borderlands, Borderlands 2, Skyrim, Max Payne 3. Hell, you guys can read. I don't need to read them off to you, right? Why can't I talk in real time here? That is annoying. So let me know which game you want and we will get that to you. And again, folks, we'll do another giveaway shortly. I've got all these games to give away, and like I said, they've been sitting there for a few months now, so I'm trying to unload some of them. Not a whole lot of people on the stream, only 28 right now, so that, hey, good chances. 1 in 28 chance, and actually probably less than that because one of those is me watching. I'm not going to enter the contest. I think Nightbot, me, and others, so you might have a 1 in 26 chance of winning a free game, so stay tuned. Oh, and by the way, we've actually got some Battlefield action once we can actually get the server set up properly. So thanks again for tuning in once again. I am Mess. This is the TWL 5v5 Domination League between TCC and Team Crimson. It's going to be a one-map showdown on Operation Lockers. Best of 3 rounds. It's not going to be ticket aggregate based as you're used to seeing with like ESL and SIBO. It's actually, round based. So you win the first round, you got to win the second to win the match. Otherwise, it goes to a tiebreaker round regardless of ticket count. So that's an interesting difference here in the TWL rule set. And I believe there's a kind of the scoring system utilizes match attendance, rounds won, ticket differential, and I think there's even a shutout bonus if you win both rounds without going to a tiebreaker. So essentially you accrue points and it makes you place better, it gets seeded better in the TWL League tournament. So then you eventually, obviously the top point leaders will make it onto the playoffs once the regular season concludes. So it looks like we do finally have 10 people in the server, 5 for each team, on the correct map. We're going to close out the giveaway. Thanks again to Eclipse. We will give you your free game after the match is concluded. But we'll do another one. So you guys stay tuned. Let's get on with the match stream though. Looks like we're finally going to go live. I feel like I've been... Actually, no, I don't feel like it. I have been talking to myself for like, well, let's see, 30 minutes now? I believe I started right around the 9:30 mark, and we're approaching 10 p.m. I don't like talking to myself. It makes me feel crazy. All right, let me fix the scoreboard here. It's going to be the crazy column against Team Crimson. Here's the breakout in the first round. We're going to see a 3-man push for TCC out on the C flag. That's kind of unorthodox. 1-man Red Rum stand behind to take B. Let's watch from Black Silver's perspective. He is up on Hillstide. He takes down 1 from TCC, but they have taken control of the BC burn, so immediately they will take the ticket lead, having not lost the ticket, actually. It's 225 to 221. And kind of a heavy presence here outside on C. A bit atypical from what I've seen in other matches, particularly in SIVO. But it's looking like the Team Crimson is trying to make a nice push. Yeah, it's a 2-man push from Hill with 1 man from the middle, and they clean things up on C, and they're going to take control of that. Meanwhile, it looks like we're going to see Freak push up onto the C flag. Or is he? Oh, he catches Teg sleeping coming out of the doorway, and he defaults back to the A flag. It looks like they're going to try to get set up for an AC hold here and keep TCC pinned in on that B flag. And that is a good setup on this map because it's really hard to hold the B flag because you get those back B spawns and it just, you get assaulted by 3 or 4 guys immediately as Amadeus takes a nade in the face, barely survives, but he gets an impact kill on everything into the med lab area, and we're seeing a nice setup. Look at this setup by Crimson. They're very disciplined. We've got 1 in J. We've got 2 in Med Lab. That's a great position to be as they take down 2 out, pushing from the detectors area. But TCC is looking to be persistent. There's Amadeus out there in the stairwell. Has to retreat. Watch from 9 Everything's perspective. Let's see what gun he's using. Looks like he's using that AKU, using the carbine. That's interesting. And it's looking like TCC has been pinned in this B flag for quite some time. And it's translating into a pretty good ticket lead for Team Crimson, 213 to 193. About a 20 ticket lead here to start off round 1 on Operation Lockers. Watch from Raid's perspective, slow pushing out onto the C flag. Oh, and he gets taken out by Han Solo. Basically playing his position perfectly on the other side of concrete on the outside. We're watching from Red Rums trying to take some pot shots. I believe he's using an M240. We got actually a support. That's interesting. I'm not sure I agree with that, using the support role, particularly on this map. You want those better guns of the assault class. Certainly the Ace 23, the Scar H, the AEK, the Ace 52, all good guns, although that's carbine, which you can use in all kits. You watch it from everything's perspective, and it looks like he is running the AKU. That's a pretty good carbine gun, but I don't know. I don't think the rate of fire is quite something that I would want to stick with. And again, look at Crimson holding on to this AC burn for several minutes now, and their lead has jumped tremendously, 212 to 164. And TCC just does not seem to have an answer for being able to push through this line that Team Crimson has set up. They're being extremely patient. They know if they push too far, oh, as 9 Everything eats a nade, and we're going to see a 3-man push from TCC into the A flag, but they're going to make short work of this R Crimson. Actually, it's going to be it's every man. All 5 of them for TCC trying to push onto the A flag, but I think they're going to get wiped. Amadeus is the last man standing, and he does finally go down. So that's a decent coordinated push from TCC. I mean, they all kind of, well, I don't know if that was decent. They should have probably committed more to J, this area here, as they kind of got bunched up at detectors. There were 3 of them there, and they got made short work of it. As you see them bunch up again here, look at all 3 of them. You can't be on top of each other like that. You certainly want to play off of each other, but when you get 3 guys bunched up in a rock pile like that, it just makes it too easy for a good team to take advantage and get a double or perhaps even a triple kill from one guy. So you watch Red Rum trying to take out one from the helipad, but it looks like Blackzilla and Han Solo are going to make short work of that. We're going to watch from Grant's perspective. He goes down. No, he doesn't. Oh, yes, he finally does go down from behind. Amadeus is again stuck out on his own, and he's going to get taken down at J by, it looks like that was Crimson Dotme, or Dotme? I'm not sure how you actually pronounce that name, but Crimson looking good here. 209 to 117. They have not given up this AC hold since they took it. TCC, again, just does not seem to have any kind of answer, and they're trying to throw everything in the kitchen sink at Crimson. Look at this. Tag is pulling out the op. He's pulling out the rifle, and he is taken out from helipad. That nice head glitch position. Blackzilla knows to just play patient there. Wait for them to come to him, and all he has to do is pot shot them. So 100 ticket lead for Team Crimson here on TCC. Not looking good for TCC thus far. We're going to see Blackzilla actually rotate to the backside of A. And look at Raze. He's going to get pinchered here. There it is. Very beautiful push by Crimson. Freak and everything just coming with the pincer move. One from cut, one from the backside, and just wiping the last guy over here on J, their only hope. And TCC, just look at the KDRs. Red Rum, no kills yet. 2 and 8 for Tag, 1 and 12 for Great. Ouch, ouch. That is not what you want to be doing in Domination. You know, I spoke earlier about how you can win by superior teamwork and getting out-fragged. But there comes a limit. There is a point where you are getting so out-fragged, so outgunned that there's nothing, no amount of teamwork can overcome it. As you look at, it's 13 and 43 for for TCC. It's 49-13 for Crimson. Just a complete and utter domination on the frag front at this point, as Freak is 12-0. Let's go watch from Freak's perspective, see what position he's playing. He's playing that med lab perspective, and this is something that is not surprising to me. This med lab perspective, Freak will not lead this spot. It is his job to defend A at all costs and not leave this point. He's essentially a mobile spawn beacon for his team. And this position here, hanging right behind the table here at MedLab, look at him. He can cover multiple positions. He's got an eye on cut. He's spotted 2 there. He's getting pot shots on him. He's going to force him to the backside of J, where his teammate Dotme is going to have a good shot on them, as they're going to have to come funneling through that door right into his perspective. We're seeing Amadeus having to retreat. And look, again, Freak not leaving that position. As he takes down Red Rum, can he get the second? Oh, he gets an assist. 63 assists, so 1.5 kills there from Freak. He is now up to 13-0. Beautiful performance playing this med lab position, as it's now 203-47, and this is just a manhandling at this point. Just ouch. You know, I've been in this position before where he's just completely outclassed by a team. Is Red Rum finally getting himself the headshot with the SCAR there into J. They kind of need to try to take advantage of this, get a couple of picks and make a move. He's going to try to revive his teammate, but wisely, it looks like I think he naded himself. Whoopsie daisy. That's going to leave a mark. And it's now 202-33. Team Crimson, I got to think, is going to run away with this first round. There's no way that TCC can come back, but you know, again, as I said, aggregate ticket count does not matter. You know, it doesn't matter how big Team Crimson, wins this match. All TCC has to do is win the next round. Even if it's by 1 ticket, they will force a tiebreaker, as that is the setup for TWL League matchups. But you got to think, when you lose a map by 200 tickets, when you start with 225, so to put that in perspective, Crimson has lost 25 tickets. That's it. That's impressive. That's a good performance. Now, I don't know if a lot of that is just the great performance by Crimson or perhaps some folly on the part of TCC, but regardless, TCC is down in a hole, to quote some Alice in Chains. But Red Rum is actually heating up. Look at him. He's got 2-3 kills in a row. Perhaps TCC just needed to get a little warm, because they're going to definitely need to turn it around in the frag department if they want to have any chance of winning this map, because this is particularly a frag-heavy map. You can win with the merry-go-round, but at some point you got to get some kills, otherwise you're doomed. As we see Grant going 1-18, you can't really have that in a competitive game. I mean, you know, be less aggressive, play more passive, play off of your teammates. Don't expose yourself as much, because those deaths are tickets that you're giving away to the team and positioning that you're giving away to the other team. So, Crimson, 193-0. Just pure dominance here in the first round on the first, well, the only map, Operation Lockers. TCC going to have to turn it around in a big way if they want to force a tiebreaker round. Again, they don't have to win by any sort of ticket number. All they have to do is win the round. That's what they should focus on. They should realize that they are not completely out of it, but they've got to put their foot on the gas pedal if they want to have a chance. So once again, this is the TWL Battlefield 4 5v5 Domination League. This is league play, the first round on Operation Lockers. I am Mess, and if you are interested in seeing more of this kind of competitive play, not just TWL, although I'll be doing probably a match of the week every week. Speaking of that, before I talk about myself, if you're in TWL and you think your match should be cast, be it Domination, be it Conquest, 10v10, Infantry, or Vehicles, be it Diffuse, let the admins know. Certainly let them know, and we will try to get that cast for you. If it's a good, we try to cast good matchups, and you know, obviously, as you can see here, it's not necessarily a good matchup thus far. And we're hoping Crazy Calm can turn it around, but it is early on in the league, so we're going to have to play a few matches to see really who the cream of the crop is and what the good matches are going to be. So let's switch the scoreboard here, as we did see Crimson won by, I think it was 193 tickets. That's what we'll go with. I may be off there, but I think that's what it was. As we do see the breakout for the second round. Crimson firmly in the driver's seat, and they're doing a smart push. They do the two-man push outside the C. Looks like TCC is doing the same. Amadeus being a little aggressive, but he's completely exposed here. Just completely out in the open while both of Team Crimson are under cover. And I expect him to go down, yes, quickly, as it looks like that was Dotme who does take him down. And another pincer move from Dotme, getting some help from his teammate Blackzilla. I get by with a little help from my friends. They do clean up and take control of B and C, so it's going to be C burn. But it looks like they pushed up a little too far. As look at the back spawns. Look at the back spawns from TCC. That's the tough thing of holding that B flag. If you push up just too far, you're going to have 3 guys spawning behind you, and immediately they take the flag. But wisely, Team Crimson rotating and taking control of Alpha. And they're going to do exactly what they did in the previous round. They're going to pin TCC on this B flag and maintain control of Alpha and Charlie at all costs. And close out the round with the quickness is what I think they're going to do. Is Han Solo getting a nice 2-piece here over on the B flag. Taking out Tank, and it gets the triple kill. Booyah, can he make it 4? Peeking out. Oh, no, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like Amadeus is having nothing of that. He's going to wait for his teammate to spawn on him. He don't want none of Han Solo, as he got 3 kills, looking for his 4th over on the Bravo flag. And it's a triple cap for Team Crimson, keeping their foot on the gas pedal, not looking to let TCC get into this match at all, get any momentum. And another 2-piece for Han Solo, just completely destroying the B flag. That's 5 kills for him over here, all on his lonesome. And this is interesting because normally, as I said, they're going to commit to the AC hold, but they realize that they are just completely out-fragging TCC at this point. They can afford to be aggressive, as Han just being a beast. Millennium Falconing this Bravo flag completely by himself. But we do see TCC trying to get something together. It's a 4-man push here on the backside of Alpha. Let's see what they can make of it. I'm actually going to watch from Freak, who's just been dominating that med lab position, and it looks like they do clean up that push. But we are going to see, it looks like a 2-man push out on the C flag. But Dotme catches great sleeping. And again, TCC just, I'm not sure if they're inexperienced on this map or what, but that's not, you don't run completely out into the open and go for C flag until you control hill. Because that's invariably, if they have even one guy out there, that's where he's going to be. And actually see... You see them employing the spawn beacon, so at this point, TCC is getting completely desperate, knowing they have to do whatever they have to do, anything, to win this round and force a tiebreaker, because nothing has worked thus far. As we see Freak get a nice 2-piece, it's like a double headshot there, down to 18 health, dropping a mid pack, and just playing smart, playing on the cover. Oh, and finally gets taken out by a bit of a spawn bomb here from TCC, but immediately Han Solo responding, getting a spawn on him from Blackzilla. Takes down Great with a headshot. Looking to get a 2nd kill, as he knows there's another one there for TCC. Perhaps he retreated. Nope, and they are being aggressive, immediately moving up for that triple cap onto the C flag. But it's a 2-man TCC back B spawn. It looks like they're going to try to take control of that. Great getting the kill and the revive for his team. They are going to take control of Bravo. It's 220 to 118 in favor of Team Crimson. And again, just continuing their dominance from the previous round. Already out to a 100-ticket lead. You got to think that they're just going to sew this one up quickly. And again, it's not aggregate ticket. They have to actually win the round. They have to play it all the way through. It's not like SIVO or TWL where they play aggregate ticket count. So the fact that I actually put plus 193 up there really means nothing to you folks. It's just kind of force of habit. But I thought I'd like to let you guys know what TCC was up against, as Crimson has just been dominating them on all fronts. The teamwork, the fragging department. TCC just completely rattled. Not really having an answer for these guys. As Raz taking out Han Solo, getting a bit of payback on him on the stairs. Looking over into the J area. He sees 2 of them there, playing it slow. Oh, he gives away his position there, so they know he's there. Blackzilla's peeking on him. This is a good head glitch position. You got to think that Raz should win out this gun battle, but so Blackzilla wisely backs off as B is completely wide open. And you know, TCC, they can't afford to waste the tickets here. They've got to make up over 100 already. They've got to win this round to hopefully force a tiebreaker. Not looking like they're going to be able to do that. And let's watch from Han Solo. He's been having a good round. Let's watch from Dotme. It looks like he's kind of been rotating between C and this kind of mid-J area. He's kind of spamming, spraying, praying with the AEK over there. moving to support his teammate Blackney. Oh, immediately peeks on Rays and takes him out with the quickness with that AK. Nice gun control there from Dotney. Bit of a merry-go-round, catches Tech snoozing. Was he taking a nap over there next to the pillar? You got to play out the final tickets, bro. The game is not over yet. And here comes Dotney pushing around behind Amadeus. Amadeus, and he does go down. He's going to revive his teammate Freak. Ooh, and he has to be careful. Ringing Han Solo's ears there. Does not want to take him out. And B-Flag, the only one under control of TCC, but looks like Crimson getting those back B spawns, and they are going to take it. So meanwhile, TCC coming through hoses over onto Alpha. And all three flags are under contention right now. TCC trying to take C. They do take C and A. And Han Solo coming through cut. He's taking all kinds of damage. Takes down one with an assist and finally eats it himself. We're looking at Teg playing that med lab position. He knows there's a couple out there at detectors. Takes down one and eats a nade. He's using that SAR-21. I'm not sure I agree with that in the med lab position. It's a very slow rate of fire gun. I think you need something a bit faster there. It'd be the Ace-23 or perhaps even the AK if you really want to get the lead out. As TCC is just fighting an uphill battle against Team Crimson. Not looking like they're going to be able to turn it around in the second round and force a tiebreaker. I think my prediction is going to hold true. I think Team Crimson is going to win it. 2 rounds to 0, getting that shutout bonus. I do see B again under contention. Crimson taking control of it, and Steg trying to hold fast here in the med lab all on his lonesome. Takes down everything. Ends the kill streak there with the SAR-21. He's kind of hanging out behind this pillar. He knows Freak is lurking there in the stairwell. Freak very low on health as well, but Steg just not confident in peeking on these guys because they've been losing the gun battles handedly thus far. As Freak gets a spawn on him, Rays kind of runs out there willy-nilly. Gets killed immediately, but Teg, playing slow and smart, does finally take out Freak, but meanwhile C is going to be contested by TCC. We're going to see Han Solo, who's been having a good game, or a good round this time. Takes out one with the AK, that's great. He sees a third, takes him out as well with the headshot. That's Red From. He's just slaying like a madman right now. Can he get the third? He's hitting nothing but pillar, and Rays finally takes him down. But it looks like his teammate did clean up the dirty work. That's Freak getting the revive on him. So Han Solo, he is now up to 22-6, leading the server for this round. And it's a momentary triple cap. Not everything, being aggressive. Taking out Red Rum from above. Death from above with that Ace 21 CQB. Gets another back rage on Rays. And just complete dominance by Team Crimson here. 78-22. In the frag department for them, 30-72 for TCC. Just really not much you can do when you're getting out-fragged that bad. But, you know, TCC, don't get discouraged. You know, don't get discouraged about a performance like this. You know, obviously Team Crimson is an experienced team. They've got a lot of good fragging ability, and they performed well. And again, Lockers favors their style of play. They're frag heavy, they're playing lane based. I think perhaps TCC might have fared better on a Gold Mud Railway, maybe a Paracel Storm, or even a Zavod perhaps, where they could play the position, play the rotation game a bit more, rather than having to worry about fragging so much and holding their lanes, what they just couldn't do. So, you know, that really was the tale of the tape. Team Crimson just too much in the frag department, too much slaying power for TCC to handle, and taking a solid win in the first round of the TWL 5v5 Domination League. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you guys.